Basically, before we put in our campus-wide Wi-Fi, we basically were using consumer-grade like Apple Airports or Linksys routers, wireless wires.
A lot of our wires were hanging from walls, and our servers were in classrooms just up in the corner on a piece of wood.
We were pretty much doing a lot of the stuff ourselves, putting up the backboards and the patch panels and everything.
So when we first came to the schools, and it was, we experienced a lot of just a flat network, kind of they call it, as it's just a lot of older equipment, you know, lack of capability in technology, things hanging on zip ties, switches, cables, as we call it, spaghetti, right? The things unlabeled, unorganized.
As far as testing goes, I think having an infrastructure like this, it allows us to provide a lot more opportunities for kids to get supplemental instruction. In that sense, our reading scores actually have gone up. The idea that we're able to provide these kinds of opportunities is only helped by the fact that we do have an infrastructure that can support the number of users that we have on it, that can support putting on other applications that does support what's going on in the classroom, and it's not just used for basic internet searching.
Inside and outside we have wireless now, which makes it really nice to be able to take the learning from the classroom outside.
We purchased iPads so that students could use them wherever they were on campus or in the classroom, and then hook up to the system and be able to either project or share their learning with others.
I feel real fortunate to, you know, being in the early days where we were digging the trenches and putting in the conduit and pulling the wire in, and feeling lucky if we just had one connection to a classroom to be able to put, you know, 30 plus devices on the network in a classroom just by opening them up and turning them on is just a dream come true.
So I guess one of the differences is all of that has been secured.
Inside and outside we have wireless now, which makes it really nice to be able to take the learning from the classroom outside.
To the cutting edge of technology and see what kind of devices, what kind of equipment can we utilize, can we obtain, so that we can really build upon that collaboration, interactivity, and problem-solving skills for students. And yet, when we think about what are the needs of the 21st century learner, they need to have those technology skills, and especially if they don't have that at home, we want to make sure that they are exposed to it and become more proficient.
And just seeing the upgrades that Worldwide did for the Department of Education is awesome. And you know, the growth, the kids can utilize the current technology that's coming up, you know, things like iPads and other touch technology, you know, the smart boards, and everything's nowadays on Wi-Fi, right, wireless technology, and installing pretty much an wireless access point in every curriculum area, which is almost every classroom. And it gives us great scalability and just availability of having internet network capability and just networking overall.